Hi beauties, welcome to Simple Beauty Talk with Angie. I'm your host and today we're recording our very first video. Today I'm going to be interviewing my husband Marcus Silva and we're going to talk about Simple Beauty and the creation of our second business, Terra. I hope you enjoy the show. Hi husband.
Hello, beautiful wife.
So today I'm going to be interviewing you because we get a lot of questions about Simple Beauty. We get a lot of questions about our new business, Terra. So today I wanted to just interview you and talk about our marriage, talk about Terra, talk about how we created Simple Beauty together, because a lot of people don't know that you actually have a lot of ideas behind a lot of the things that we do here. So I think it would be cool for the listeners to kind of hear that, you know?
Yeah, I just kind of throw ideas at you, and most of them are dumb, but every once in a while we'll have a good one.
Yeah, every once in a while you have a good one.
Yeah.
And then we just bounce off of each other all the time, so it's kind of how it goes.
Eventually I'll get one right.
We actually have our 5-year anniversary coming up.
May 2nd.
May 2nd. We got married in 2020. I was 21? No, I was 20.
20. Yeah, 20.
19, 20.
I was 21.
I can never remember what age we were. We were just really little.
We were young.
A lot of people ask me about you because they see you at the shop a lot, and a lot of my clients do know that you are a UPS driver. So how long have you been driving for UPS?
See, I started back in 2017. So 2017, we graduated that year. I got hired December 1st as seasonal until January. Then I was on call. And then in March, they called me permanently. So since March 2018 to today. So a little over 7 years.
It's a long time.
I know, right? I thought I was going to be there for like a few months or something.
I know. We always said this is just part-time. Because I know you had said that you wanted to do like firefighting or border patrol.
Yeah, I mean,
So it was like a temporary.
I was thinking like a few months into it, what's the next thing I can do already without really like being there. But I guess all these years later, I'm still there.
I know. We actually have been talking about you getting your cosmetology license.
And it would be so much easier if I didn't have to like drive all the time. Because since I'm a driver, I'm there pretty much from morning, sometimes to night. Yeah,
you do like 12-hour days.
Yeah,
pretty much.
Once in a while. Or like at the very least, mid to late afternoon.
Yeah.
So like there's no time to do anything. But one day, maybe, we'll get my license. Who knows? Yeah.
And I was at my previous job for about 6 years, so that's kind of all we knew was UPS, that old job. We were there for such a long time.
We had a routine.
Yeah, it was like our routine.
Come home, do nothing.
I feel like that's one thing about us is we're very structured. Like, we don't like change.
Yeah.
Everything is always the same. So for us to create all these businesses within a year is insane.
It's like the opposite of staying the same.
I know, it's insane. But yeah, so a lot of people don't know that for years you would try to convince me to start my own salon, but I felt like I wasn't ready for that.
Yeah, I mean, I think I tried to get you to do something like that because you were always like, if you had a bad day at work, it was a bad day. Because you had to deal with people, and sometimes people can be very mean or like needy, things like that.
It wasn't really like my clients, it was more the work environment that I was in.
Yes, the work environment.
I feel like it discouraged me a lot, and it was really hard on me. So it was just a lot for us at most times, you know? So for a while I actually tried to like get out of doing nails. I didn't want to do it anymore, and I tried other things, and you would try to just convince me like to open my own shop, but I always had the idea of opening my own shop would be what I was in. And I didn't know that I can make my own. Like everything that we do here, I make it how I make it.
Yeah, like everything you do is just you.
Yeah.
Also, when I told you that stuff, I didn't know how it was going to work either. I was just like, what if we just do this? I don't know how it's going to work, but we'll just try it.
Yeah.
But you went from your first job to renting a booth.
Yeah, in San Benito.
And then there, you started doing your own kind of little things here and there, right?
Yeah, actually, that's where I came up with a lot of like our ideas that we would have, like the seasonal pedicure, for example, which is now. When you first came up with that. Yeah, which I've always loved seasonal scents. Like, you know me, like when Starbucks came around, I was always like
on pumpkin spice.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, I always loved seasonal scents. I've always gone with the seasons. Even my colors, like of the nails, things like that, like I had to go with the seasons. So that was something where I was like, oh my gosh, pumpkin spice, because that was my very first seasonal, was a pumpkin spice pedicure. So what was exciting for that was I got to create my own things because I was renting my own spot. I didn't have to work under somebody else. So that's where we kind of like bounced ideas off. Yeah. And you're the one that actually added the drink.
Yeah, I thought about it. I was like, what if because we're always trying to like give the customer more than they can ask for. I don't know how to, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like try to give them more. But
I think that's one thing with me is I've always gone above and beyond.
Yeah.
And that's what I tell people all the time. I tell a lot of new cosmetologists, like younger girls, younger guys that are starting in the industry, is do not have that mentality of the clients don't matter because I'm self-employed. I can do whatever I want because the clients pay us. We're nothing without our clients. So that's kind of the mentality. You've heard me say that all these years. So we kind of both really love catering to them. Like even when you're here, you love to...
Sometimes I try to cater too much because I'm like, okay,
I know.
what if we just give this away? Let's just give everything away.
I know. Sometimes you will do that. And I'm like, don't... Like that Yeti, when you're trying to give
I was like,
the $400 Yeti, I was like, Marcus.
My thing is I just want to give away too much.
I know. But I feel like that's what makes us a good team, because... Sometimes I will say like no. That's a little too much.
You have to tell me no, otherwise I'd probably be homeless right now.
I know, but I feel like clients see that and like they see us. We're both the same, because when you're here, clients will see like, oh, he just asked me if I wanted water. Like sometimes I'm really bad about that because I'm always back to back and stuff. But I love when you're here. My clients love when you're here because you will offer them a drink and you'll just try for them, you know. Yeah. So I think that's pretty cool.
Sometimes
and
I'll just make everyone laugh if I can.
Yeah. So that's pretty much how the seasonal kind of happened. And that's one of our biggest things here at Simple Beauty is...
one of the favorites.
Yeah, a lot of people really like it. So right now we have the Crazy Daisy scent, and that's our seasonal for March. And we're actually going to come up with an Easter pedicure soon. So I'm really excited for that.
Yes.
So when we decided to open Simple Beauty... How did you feel?
Well, we weren't really sure how it was going to work. Like, first of all, we needed a location. Second, we needed money.
The money.
Yeah. We needed, like, designs. We weren't sure, like, what we're supposed to do. All the... What's it called? You need occupancy and all that. All that kind
like
of
all
stuff.
Just the business side of it.
Yeah, the business side was like...
Yeah.
Why do you need all this stuff? It's so much stuff.
It was a lot, actually. And that's when we decided to partner with Robbie. So she's actually our partner with Simple Beauty. So she actually did a lot for us, her and her husband, because we didn't know. We're young, you know. When I opened it, when we decided to open Simple Beauty, I was 24, you were 25. So we didn't have a lot of experience in like the business world.
The only business we did was like out of the house. You were making cakes and stuff like that.
Yeah, the dumbest thing ever.
Your little side hustles.
That was really bad, actually.
Night PTSD.
I know, that was a really bad time in my life. No, but yeah, so that was like a really scary... I felt like you were more scared about it, but because you still had to work full time.
Yeah, so... I was nervous, but at the same time I knew if anything happened, my job would keep us afloat. Yeah. So like that kind of let you just do whatever you wanted to do, and I'll just kind of hold us down until then.
Yeah.
Luckily, I don't know what we would do if I was at like Chipotle or something.
Chipotle.
I almost did work at Chipotle.
Yeah, you almost did. Yeah.
They had like, I think it was free a meal for the employees, so that's why I was like, yeah, I'm going to Chipotle on the breaks.
No. Yeah. I was like, you're not working at Chipotle. No, but yeah, I feel like I always tell my clients that I would not be here without you, because you were here with me 24/7 painting. We literally painted the brick by hand, which that was the stupidest thing ever. We didn't have power. We didn't have light. We had no AC. It was insane.
I would get out of work, come here,
and
start painting in the heat.
It was really bad. But yeah, I always tell my clients, like, I love what I have. I love everything, but I would not be here without you. So
to be fair, I wouldn't be here without you, because I feel like I'm only at UPS because we were dating and I needed money so that you don't have to buy me everything.
You needed money to treat me.
Yeah, I needed money to buy you stuff because you were buying me everything.
Okay, don't tell people that because that's embarrassing.
It's okay.
But yeah, we always said that too. Like at the beginning when you did work at UPS, it was so hard on me because they start you at a very low income and you have to work your way up to the top. Yeah. And that was honestly really hard on me. And you would always tell me like, one day it's going to be different. One day it's going to be different. And we've been through a lot, like in our marriage, like up and downs, like for us to be so young, you know. But one thing that I do love about us is like that we're very like God's the center of us. And I love that we're super true to our vows. And I feel like that's why our marriage has been so blessed, because we've never had any like cheating scandal. We've never had like things like that, you know. And I feel like out of everything in my life, like even when the shop we're having a bad day, like things are going wrong, I love that our marriage is pure, and it's like the only steady thing and structural thing in my life. You know what I mean?
I think that was it was kind of hard to be married young in a way, because we've never been in a relationship, 1, that long, 2, we've never been married, obviously. 3, we're young, so we weren't who we are yet. You know what I mean? Yeah.
I think it's even crazier because our marriage is so beautiful and we never had that growing up. Like, I didn't have anybody in my life that represented a healthy marriage, and I don't think you did either. And so I think it's really cool, like, how we are.
Yeah. I mean,
our story.
It's not like I don't think we knew anybody that were married for like 40 plus years or anything like that. Just sounds pretty crazy.
But I know, it's
we're
insane.
Like a quarter of the way there. No.
Yeah. Okay.
We're like 5%. We're 5%.
5% in. But yeah, so you kind of encouraged me. Like, our marriage encourages me every day, and like you just encouraged me to do Simple Beauty, and like I wouldn't be here without you. So that's kind of when I started getting in my zone, and I started getting bigger, and my page started getting bigger, and I couldn't be enough for everybody. So that's kind of how we were like, you know what, let's just freaking do it. Let's just do it. And the worst of the worst happens, like we had your job to secure us, you know. So tell us how we started Terra Grove and why we started it.
Well, it started because obviously you do a lot of seasonals. But trying to find certain smells isn't always the easiest.
For example, the Crazy Daisy. Our Crazy Daisy.
The Crazy Daisy.
So our Crazy Daisy is actually inspired by the Marc Jacobs Daisy. I don't know if you've bought me that perfume. It's one of my favorite perfumes. But I would have never been able to do that one because you can't find bath salts anywhere that are those scents.
So like we're looking for different smells. You can't find the one you like for that month. Or if you did, there was always like out of stock or whatever. So we're like, one day I just said, what if we just make it ourselves?
Yeah. And I was like, make it ourselves.
It's like, how hard could it be? I don't know. So we started looking into it.
Well, you started looking into it, actually.
I started looking into it. Started watching a couple videos just to kind of like see what we're working with. Yeah. And then slowly I started like seeing, okay, if you do this, you can add this and you can get this smell. So we started like actually taking it serious a little bit.
Well, you started taking it serious. So one day we actually remember we ordered that Etsy bath salt?
Yeah.
And it came in and you had looked at it. I was like, look at this new bath salt that I had, and I wanted you to smell it because every time I would get a new product, I'm like, oh, I want you to smell it. It smells so good. So I remember you opened it and you're like, I feel like I can make this. It's just this, and that. And I was like, what do you mean you can make that? Like, I was like, what do you mean? You know, how do you know? So I was kind of like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know like exactly every single thing she used, right? But I was able to look at it and be like, okay, well, this is obviously this salt, this grain, and this and that. This smells like this, so you would just buy the smell, right?
Yeah.
So I was like, I think we could just do this.
That's when I was like, I think we can do it too, because I was kind of really shocked that you knew that. So that's when I was kind of like, you know what, let's do it.
Yeah.
And add it to the shop, because I feel like a lot of my clients always ask me like, what do you use? It smells so good. And I like to add extra essential oils to it, so it's like a really strong smell, because the smell is the experience.
Right.
So then that's kind of like how we incorporated it, like to sell it here in shop. But then you came up with the idea of making it its own brand.
Yeah, I was like, if we're gonna use it, what if we make it its own brand? You can use it, other people can buy it. And obviously we have all these salts and scrubs now.
Yeah, it's pretty cool actually. So here we have our different scents. How many scents do we have? We have
I think
about
we're up to 9 now,
9 or
right?
10.
I
I know.
9.
So for our seasonals, we're actually going to be like taking off the
Mhm.
scent. So for example, the Crazy Daisy
Yeah.
is only for March. We won't be selling it until next spring, if
Yeah.
anything. So we're actually adding 4 new scents. Do you want to say what they are, or you want me to say them? Maybe we'll just say 2.
Okay.
Just to have a few surprises.
Okay. We'll do the frosted marshmallow because I feel like that
Okay.
one's gonna be like smells so good, you know.
It's like a peep
Yeah,
inspired.
very peep.
Very Easter.
Yeah.
And then my personal favorite, we're adding passion fruit guava. I
Mhm.
love how guava smells.
Very tropical.
Very sweet, light.
Yeah, it's giving fruit.
But yeah, so we have about 9 to 10 cents. What's your favorite scent?
If I had to choose one, honestly, I'm gonna say the Breathe Easy.
That one's actually one of my favorites.
I know.
But I honestly love the birthday cake. Every single time I smell it, because sometimes I sample that one out
Yeah.
for the clients, like to test it on their
Mhm.
hands.
A lot of people really love the birthday cake.
Yeah, it's so random because I
Yeah.
just thought of like, because here at Simple Beauty we have the birthday cake petty or the birthday, it's my birthday petty. And so I was like, okay, I love birthdays. Any birthday, you know how I am. I go all out for people. It's insane sometimes. I've kind of stepped back a little because once we open the shop. But for Terra Grove, I was like, okay, we need a birthday one. Especially people make baskets and things like that. So I feel like it's a good little basket filler.
Yeah.
But that's honestly my favorite.
I don't know.
I love them all.
I feel like right now I really want to like use the lavender because we just tweaked it a little bit, so now it's lavender vanilla.
Yes.
So
actually,
I feel like it smells a lot better.
Here at the shop too, we use a lot of lavender. Like that's our main scent. But then we started selling the Terra Grove, and they're like, they don't like lavender. So I'm like, wait, I use lavender all the time on you.
Yeah.
But so the Lavender Dreams, actually, it doesn't sell as much, so that's why we kind of tweaked it.
Yeah. Play around, see what people like.
Yeah, and it does smell really good with the vanilla.
Much better now, and I really like the color. All the
Yeah, it's
colors
cute.
of them, they're all vibrant.
Yeah, I love them. I'm
Yeah.
actually very proud. It took us like 10 tries to get the formula perfect, and it still needs maybe a little tweaking, but it's already like 99% like perfect for us.
Many sleepless nights building this.
I know, it's insane. But yeah, and the logo, you kind of came up with it too.
Yeah. I wanted something very like earthy because salt's from the earth.
Yes.
And very like natural.
Mm-hmm.
So I wanted everything to be very just scream. I don't
Like
have
earth.
1,000 chemicals.
Yeah, no, that's actually our thing too, is like we try to do the natural ingredients.
Yeah.
So I really love our formula actually.
Yeah, me too. Because I would use scrubs and stuff. Because, I have a bunch of scrubs.
Yeah,
facial
I think
stuff.
Yeah, I think that's one thing people don't know about you. Like you genuinely love body scrubs.
Yeah.
When we go to Marshall's, you're like, I'm going to the scrubs.
I want to see what they got.
Yeah, every single time. Like it doesn't
Or like
fail.
if there's something from Japan, I'm like, let me see if this works.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. So that's something that like I was like, this has to be me and you.
Yeah.
Because you love it. So
That's the
I
thing,
think
too,
it's
is,
pretty
like,
cool.
I do some stuff on my own, but everything else I pretty much want to do with you. Like, there's nothing I really like want to do on my own. I just want to do everything with you and with the shop.
Yeah. I feel like
So-
you're just so proud of Simple Beauty.
Yeah, I am.
I love it. But yeah, so it's pretty cool. I really love it. Terra is actually, or how about you tell us about the name
Well,
Terra
yeah, we were
Grove?
coming with names, and I wanted it to be natural, very earthy. So, like, Terra is Latin for earth, and Grove is kind of like I imagine when I hear the word
like
grove.
serenity.
Yeah,
like a land.
Garden of Eden type thing.
Okay. Like peaceful,
Yeah,
serenity,
yeah. So I was like-
tranquility.
Yeah, so I thought Terra Grove, and I was like, that sounds pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just wanted it to be very comforting. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's because the bath salts were like our first actual product. Like that was our main thing, like the
Yeah.
bath salts. And then I really wanted to add the scrubs later on, but you were kind of like, let's add it. I feel like it would be good. I
Yeah.
love scrubs. So I was like, yeah, let's just do it and see. But actually, our scrubs sell way more than our bath salts.
Yeah, I don't think we thought that at first, but once we like started making them and we're like, oh, this is actually like super hydrating.
Yes, it's amazing.
And other people started trying them and they just started selling, and I feel like it's starting to pick up more. Like people are noticing how it really leaves your skin silky and everything like that. Like obviously I used it today, the Breathe Easy.
Me too.
And I was like,
my favorite.
I'm just so slippery everywhere.
I know.
But not like in a greasy way. It was just like in my
like
skin.
a hydrating.
Yeah, it's like in your skin.
Yeah. That's what I let my clients do is test it. I have like samples so they get to wash their hands with it. Because I feel like it genuinely sells itself. Yeah. And once I tell people like just do it and you don't even have to moisturize after, and it literally sells itself because it's you know, the clients that bought it know like it's super hydrating. That's gonna be the hard part is I want to see how we're gonna do in markets because we're gonna sell in our first market, and we can't really let the clients the customers test it. So
yeah, especially if it's like a lot of customers. I don't know how that would work.
Yeah, but people really do love scrubs, but I feel like ours are just so different than like other brands that we've tried. So I feel like if people just get to try it, it really does sell itself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Especially if like they love having moisturized skin. It just makes sense.
Which everybody does. Right. Nobody wants dry skin.
Right. All peeling and ashy.
But yeah, Terra Grove, no dry skin. Yeah. Hydrate yourself. I don't know.
Make that the tagline or something like.
We need like a hydration tagline because it really is hydrating.
Like if your skin's dry, you don't use Terra Grove.
I don't know. Like, don't be crusty, use Terra Grove.
Yeah, something catchy like that.
And then our bath salts, which are also like our wellness salts. Tell us about the ingredients in them, like the Dead Sea salt and the Epsom salt and what it does for your skin and your muscles.
Well, like you said, that's the main ingredients. Dead Sea salt and Epsom salt. It's really good for the skin also because you don't have to like have a bathtub to use the salts. You can have a foot thing to soak like your feet, spa. Or if you want to just use it as an exfoliant, that's really good too. Because the Epsom and the Dead Sea are both really good for your skin. Epsom's more for your muscles and stuff like that, and then the Dead Sea's good. It has a bunch of minerals for your skin, and it really helps hydrate also. So it can really be used a lot of ways. So it's not just bath salts.
Yeah.
And they look pretty.
Yeah, and they make your tub pretty, or like the water turns pretty colors. Color. But yeah, we're really excited for it, and we hope it grows. We have a store here in Simple Beauty, so you're in charge of restocking that. Yeah. But like I said, it really does sell itself, and we love it, and we're excited for it, and we've seen it grow. We were just talking about that, like we were making product last night, and we've seen a difference in the quality of it. Like we were really invested into it, and I'm really excited.
Yeah, I'm not sure like how else we can make it better right now, but I've definitely noticed every time we do it, it just seems to keep getting better and better.
Yeah, so I'm really excited. Yeah, I love it.
I don't know what it's gonna be in like next year, but really happy with what it is now.
Yeah. So is that something we want to say already, like about switching it over?
I don't know.
So actually Simple Beauty wanted to buy out Terra Grove. It's still gonna be yours, of course, but we want to kind of do it under Simple Beauty, so Terra Grove buys Simple Beauty. Yeah, because we're Simple Beauty.
For me, it's like everything, as long as it's helping the shop, we can help more people. So like if we can grow the shop really big, we can help so many more people. Like I can actually give away more stuff to people.
But yeah, so I'm really excited. I can't wait to see where Terra Grove goes. I'm really excited.
Me too.
What are your plans for me, for Simple Beauty, for Terra Grove, for our marriage? What do you look for in the next 5 years? Can you see Terra Grove still being here?
I can see Terra Grove. Oh, well, 5 years is a long time.
5 years is a long time.
We've been married 5 years.
I know.
And it doesn't feel like that long, but it was long. Yeah, so we're 5 years from now, I have no idea. But if everything goes as planned and the shop keeps growing and Terra Grove grows, there could be a universe where I leave UPS and we do the shop together. I'll run the shop, or we'll find a spot for me, right? Yeah. Maybe actually go to school for nails, try to get more involved like that.
Yeah, that's exciting.
I know, right? But yeah, I think ideally we just want to be together every day. Even though we already are.
I know.
But like from sun up to sundown.
Love that.
Yeah. I just want to be annoying in your ear every day.
I know, I love that. Actually, want that in my life.
Yeah, you need that.
But yeah, so I'm excited. I can't wait to see where Terra Grove goes and Simple Beauty. I can't wait to see what else we do in the future. We're so crazy.
I don't know what we're gonna do next. Hopefully, whoever buys it enjoys it. Yeah. Salts or scrubs or both, because you can buy the set.
Only $16 for the set.
Just saying. But yeah, I think everything's gonna go. It's gone really well. I think it's gonna keep going really well as long as we just stay true to our faith and keep just trying to help other people.
Yeah, and other business owners.
Yeah, other business owners. We always try to like help little businesses whenever we can.
Yeah.
Especially like shops near us.
Yeah, I think that's really important.
Yeah, because if I could, I would just buy everything from every little business everywhere, so nobody ever has to close.
I feel like that's one thing about you is you're very like, for example, when we go to the markets, you want to follow everybody's page and you want to like everything and you want to buy everything.
I would buy at least one thing from everybody.
I know. I think it's really cool though, because I feel like that's why we've gone so far with our careers and with the shop. And like I said, people see that and it's really cool.
Yeah.
I get it a lot from you. Hopefully. I feel like that's one thing I'm really proud of is people don't see you. You're more behind the scenes.
I like to be like in the shadows.
Yeah, but I feel like you've made my heart softer and you've helped us grow so much, and I just love it.
Well, I'm excited. We both made each other softer, I think.
Yeah.
And we've both grown with each other.
Yeah.
Which is the main thing with our marriage, is that we've grown together instead of separate.
Yeah.
So sometimes
just
it was
keep
hard,
growing together.
Yeah.
I mean, every marriage has its like
of course
things, right? But as long as we're still, like you said, growing together, and I'm excited. I can't wait to see what else we have.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was nice interviewing you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. I guess I'll see you at home.
Thank you.